Alright, so the next area involves going through my nether here, and I'm going to go ahead and go through the nether portal to go on through. I think that was kind of a redundant statement, but anyways, so when you go through the nether in my world, you wind up in this little dirt house here that looks like it would be made in like the first days of Minecraft or something. And it kind of was for me. It was one of the very first things I ended up making in this world because I bought Minecraft shortly after the nether add-on had been created. But anyways, if you look right behind my house here, you'll see there's this little stone path that goes up this way. And if you follow this right to the very end, which I'm going to do right now, and it's just completely a straight shot, then you will see that there is a nether portal on the other side of the thing. And even in the nether, this was like 300 blocks away, so if you multiply that by 8, that's 2,400 blocks away from my spawn point, which is quite a far walk, so I highly recommend against doing it. But this was the area I ended up landing in, and I actually thought it was really, really cool. But yeah, this was back in the days when I was sort of trying to look for a new home. I went through a lot of phases in Minecraft where I was getting sick of the old house and I wanted to sort of quote-unquote start anew and get lost. But by the time I figured out about the F3 option and coordinates, there was really no way for me to ever get lost again. Like, I couldn't ever resist the temptation to look to see where my coordinates are. But if we head off in this direction over here, we can see a fairly complete house. I didn't really do a whole lot with it. I intended on digging down into the depths of the earth from up here, and I had kind of started something here, and if I see there's a chest right here, a few chests, I want to take this wood back with me and all this stuff, because I could kind of use it. Alright, so that's cool. Even though I generated a lot of my items, I like not to. But yeah, so let's take all this back. Man, what was I missing out on? Jeez. Wow. But yeah, so we got this sort of area right here, and I thought it was really cool because it was sort of like a high up mountain that overlooked the ocean here, and it looked really, really badass. And I created this staircase a few months afterwards, leading down into the one area of the earth that I actually dug down into. Which I was on sort of like a diamond search at the time because my main area, my main house, that entire area had run out of like visible diamonds that you could see in cave systems, and I knew I could do strip mining, but I'm not really a fan of it, nor do I have a lot of luck when I do it. So that's sort of why I came to this area, and I thought it was really, really neat. I can't remember if I made another house in the area. I think a friend of mine, when we were playing it in multiplayer or something like that, actually burned down a lot of the forest behind me, but I don't think I ended up keeping it. Why don't I go take a look? Like I said, I honestly can't remember what copies of the map I put where and whatnot. But I know at least from here that I have one more location to show you guys at the very least. Yeah, so this obviously is not the copy that had the entire forest burned down. But let's go ahead and let's take a look at one last area that I have in this map. If not one more after that. I honestly don't remember, like I said, offhand what all of the locations are. Alright, so there are two more areas of this house that I am going to show you guys, and to get there you just have to go through my original cave entrance door and pop through this door right here, which was originally a secret room, which actually ends up leading through the hub. So if you want to get there through this painting, you can actually do that as well. But yeah, so you kind of come through the back here. And if you don't have this sort of wall on the version of the map that you don't have the latest version of the map. And if this whole area is torn up and has redstone on it, then you have one of the latest versions of the map, but not the latest version. Because I actually remade my mushroom farm to not tear all of this up because I was kind of sad to lose it. That's actually why I remade the mushroom farm, because I didn't want to have to tear all of this up. But anyways, so if we head off this way, this was actually, fun fact, the very first cave entrance that I broke into when I started this map. And this was actually what ended up becoming of me. Like, I wanted to create, you know, something sort of similar to X's Adventures in Minecraft, the hub system, but I broke into this instead, and this is where, like, I got lost in Minecraft, and, you know, that's why I like it so much. But anyway, so we head off down this way, see the redstone for the pistons off over there, but we head down this little ladder system here, and then we follow it forward to what I call the Dirt Plus, and then we climb down this ladder right here. I set down all these things in place because I wanted to remember how to get back there, but there's a dirt block right there, which indicates to me that I have to go this way. We come down this way, and then I made a little arrow out of the dirt here, and then I follow this dirt path right here. And you guys might be thinking to yourself, man, what kind of an area is this? Well, you guys will see. It's one of those nostalgia things that I happened to run into on one attempt of my map. So you kind of follow the dirt path up this way till it ends right about here, and then there's these 4 torches up here. And then I have a dirt block right here, and I don't know why I remember this way, but to me this dirt block with these torches like this makes me remember that I have to run this way. So what this area is it was one of my very first occurrences. Ooh, I like that noise. But this was one of my very first occurrences. I believe like my first death in this cave system happened here. Let's see, where do I need to head off? I can't remember. Where do I have to go? Okay, yeah, I have to head back up this way a bit. Do I have to head off this way? I don't remember. I think... Okay, yeah, let's head off down this way. I remember now. So, yeah, I ended up coming down here, and I felt that I was stuck, and, like, I was so amateur at the game at the time, I didn't really know how to get back up. So I started making this staircase. Like, I didn't even opt for digging straight up. I built a staircase, which is honestly really quite funny. And you guys are going to see where the staircase actually ends. Like, it does make it above ground, but when I found this through a chunk error, no less, I ended up digging down to it, but I ended up landing a block off to the side. So this is where the staircase kind of breaks off here. So at the time when I actually dug this out, this is where my pickaxe broke and I couldn't see myself fit to dig anymore, and I ran back down and killed myself, and I think I lost diamonds along the way. So I believe this represents my first death in this cave system, or my first real death, my first real loss. But anyways, as you can see, I wasn't that many steps from the surface. And something kind of interesting, and this is sort of like where my mentality of you always dig into the top of a mountain in Minecraft, this really is kind of like a shining example of that. Like, this is a pretty significant amount of blocks off the ground. If you compare it to my location on the tower there, this would be like the 4th floor. So it's like 30 blocks above the ground or something like that. But yeah, I have it marked by cobblestone right here, and here's the coordinates for you. So yeah, even though you can see the house from over there, why don't I get a better view from on top of this tree here? Come on, jump, jump. Alright, there we go. So you can see my greenhouse over there, my house right there. So if you come off in this direction, up the hill here and follow the torches, you can find the cobblestone and find the staircase that led to the very first place that I died. But let's go ahead and let's head off into the cave system yet again to show you guys the final area that at least I can think of in this house. Alright, so here we are back in the main yard of the house, and looks like we have a chicken taking a bath over there. But that's not the last wonder of this house. But if you end up heading into the cave system over here, let's head into the immense cave system core, and then jump down here, and I'll follow these ladders all the way down. This is kind of odd, and it's not something that was naturally occurring at all in this map, but I still wanted to show you guys nonetheless, because it is a fitting end for the episode. So if you come down to the very bottom of the mining shaft here, with all the lava and stuff, and then you run off to the side over here, you can enjoy the void trip, because you can fall down into the void right here. And let me see if I can make this jump here. Yep. If you come off to the back over here, you'll find a diamond block, which has all sorts of stuff in it. But if you guys want to see what's in there, because there's actually a chest underneath that diamond block, if you want to see what's in there, you're going to have to download the map for yourself. Yeah. But anyways, guys, I hope you guys have enjoyed this particular video. And if you found that I missed any obscure areas, not areas that are like immediately within the house, you know, within a couple hundred blocks in every direction where you can see the tower. But if you think of any areas that I actually missed, then feel free to leave a comment with the coordinates. And to get the coordinates, you just hit F3, and then on the left side of the screen, you'll see an X and a Z number, the X letter and the Z letter. Just copy the numbers that follow those. You don't really need to worry about the Y so much, unless you're in a cave system. Then it kind of matters, because the Y is your up and down. So like when I jump, that's all that changes, is the Y. But anyways, guys, I hope you guys have enjoyed this particular video. My name is AntVenom, and I bid you all farewell. Thanks so much for... Thanks for watching. Haha.